talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold because over the last few days, I think that we've seen a lot of big Spanish outlets come out and basically confirm that this guy is a Real Madrid player. They're saying that Trent has already made the decision to leave Liverpool. Now, before we even get into it, I want to say I don't really believe these reports. Now, while I do think that by the time the summer window comes around, he will be a Real Madrid player, I just don't believe that there's an agreement signed as of yet. And I don't think there will be an agreement signed in the January transfer window. I just cannot see that happening. I think Trent would be crazy to sign a pre-contract with Real Madrid in the middle of the season, especially with Liverpool being the favorites to win the Premier League, with Liverpool being top of the Champions League table, and with them being, let's be real, chat, this season, the best informed team in Europe. I cannot see him signing a pre-contract. I think we will not figure out what Trent is actually going to do until the end of the season. But I fully believe he will be playing for Real Madrid next season. I actually think that he will be in our squad for the Club World Cup. I think that he'll be there for that tournament. But I'm not trying to discredit what Marca or what Diario AS have put out there because, again, they are huge Spanish outlets. But I think it would be foolish of us to think Trent has signed a deal for Real Madrid already. There's just no way. I can't see it happening during the middle of the season. Now, I want you guys to get in the comment section and let me know, do you think Trent is the right choice for us at right back? Or do you think there's somebody else that we should be going after? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. But chat, I don't think that you guys can necessarily blame me for my hesitation with believing that Trent is already a Madrid player. Because how many times have we seen these reports about other players and then we end up not getting them or an agreement is not signed at the time? Like a few months ago, how many of these big media outlets came out and they said Alphonso Davies has signed for Real Madrid? You remember that? It was like during the international break, the last one. So much news going on about how Alphonso Davies is a Real Madrid player and that the agreements are already signed and that he's made his choice. But yet, here we are, and all that we've gotten out of that was his agent coming out saying that's not true. Alphonso Davies has not signed with anybody. So, yeah, I'm not going to lose my mind over these reports right here until I see Fabrizio Romano drop that "here we go" tweet. I'm going to be a little skeptic. Now, I did ask you guys earlier if you think Trent Alexander-Arnold is the right choice for us. And I think everybody knows because I've talked about this player multiple times. Trent is my first choice at right back because we need somebody that can come in and be the first choice week in, week out. And I think Trent could be Real Madrid right back for the next 6 to 7 years. And I think he fits the profile of what the club wants. He's in his mid-20s. He's a world-class player, one of the best right backs in the world. And his skill set is very unique. One of the best crossers in world football. Amazing on set pieces. Can take corners. Can take free kicks. Can help with the attack. And this season, we've seen him improve dramatically in defense because that was one of the main criticisms that people had about Trent was that in defense, he's not that good. But I think this season, he's transformed himself into an all-around right back. And we all know that Real Madrid in the next few transfer windows need to have a defensive revolution at the back because our defense is so thin. We're starting Lucas Vazquez at right back week in, week out. Lucas Vazquez is a shit right back. He's a massive liability. We did have Danny Carvajal, right? Danny Carvajal, when fit, was one of the best right backs in the world for damn near a decade. Amazing player. But he tore his ACL this season. I think Danny Carvajal's days of being the week in, week out starter at Real Madrid is over. Because with his age and the injury that he's going to be coming off of next season, I don't see him starting often for us. I think, yes, when Danny Carvajal is fully recovered, I do believe that he will start games here and there. But I think it's now time to start looking for a new right back, because next season will be Carvajal's last. It was supposed to be this season, but he got that injury, and the club did the right thing, and they gave him another year to let him rehab with us and then get a proper farewell from the fans. Big up to Florentino Perez. But right back is very crucial for us. I think we need to be looking at 2 center backs. I need a right back and I need a left back in the next few windows. I don't even want to see attacking signings until that back line is sorted, because it's not been good this season. Now, look, I think Trent will play for us, because if he wanted to stay at Liverpool, trust me, he would have signed a new deal by now. I don't care what anybody tells me. No club in the world wants their star players to have less than 5 months on their deal. And I don't know what kind of incompetence is going on at Anfield, but the fact that at the time of me recording this video, you still have Van Dijk, Mo Salah, and Trent, who all need new contracts, somebody at Liverpool got to get fired. Because now you possibly risk losing 3 of your best players for nothing. So if you expect me to sit here and believe that Liverpool have not been offering him new deals, then look, I was born at night, not last night. Of course, Liverpool have been offering Trent new contracts, and he's rejected them. And in my opinion, actions speak louder than words. I know that he scored against West Ham, and he did the celebration like the talking near the air, and people seem to think that that means he's staying at Liverpool. No, I think that celebration meant that people are talking shit about him, thinking that he's not committed to Liverpool this season. But trust me, if Trent wanted to stay, he would have signed a new deal by now. And I think that you're kidding yourself if you don't believe that. Now, chat, I think Trent would do very well at La Liga. I think he would cook in this league. It's a much slower paced league to the Premier League, right? He can also overlap a bit more. Players who are better on the ball, they do tend to thrive in La Liga. It's a more technical place to play. And I think he fits into what the squad already has. If you have Trent overlapping, right? Same thing with how you see sometimes Lucas Vazquez, right? He gets forward. Danny Carvajal last season would overlap. And now he gives you a whole new threat on that right wing, because we know the right wing is a position that we struggle with. And I think if you have Trent going up and down that right side, it will keep the defense honest, because if you give Trent too much space, he can whip a great ball into the box. Boom, we're up 1-0. I also think that Trent has higher ambition than being at Liverpool. Because while, yes, he's won the Premier League, he's won Club World Cup, he's won everything, UEFA Super Cup, Champions League, whatever there is to win at Liverpool, he's done it. I think he's ready for a new challenge. Look at how these Liverpool fans are treating him because of the reports that he may leave. They basically want to erase his time at the club because they're in their feelings. But I believe that Trent is a Liverpool legend. He's come through their academy. He's won everything while establishing himself as one of the best right backs in the world. And I think this season, if he's able to win the Premier League or Champions League, this is the best way to go out. You give the Liverpool fans a parting gift. But I'm seeing a lot of them very pissed off that he's leaving on a free, as if that's his fault. That's the club's fault for letting his contract run down this far. They should have cashed in on him next summer or last summer. Sorry. Because by the time next summer comes, he'll be a free agent. Trent is the player that, to be honest, if he had a few years left on his deal, this guy might cost you like 50 to 60 million. Now, I'd even say 70. English, mid-20s, still has a lot of his best years ahead of him. So I get why Liverpool fans are upset. But it's not like he's leaving you to go to Manchester United. He wants a new challenge. What is wrong with that? But again, you have to blame your club. Now, I believe this guy is the right choice at right back. He's best friends with Jude as well. And I think Jude Bellingham has been probably real pivotal, right? He's probably been the most important factor in persuading Trent to come to Real Madrid. He's seeing Jude finish in top 3 in the Ballon d'Or conversations. He's seeing the way that he's loved by the Real Madrid fans. He's playing at the Bernabéu. He's looking at that squad. You got Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Fede Valverde. You got Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Jude, Rudiger. You got Thibaut Courtois. All these top players. I just think the future at Real Madrid is a lot brighter than the future at Liverpool. And again, I know that Liverpool are cooking this season. They are the best team in Europe. But I just don't think that their club is ambitious. I don't view them as a team that actually cares about winning underneath FSG. Arne Slot has done an amazing job. But over the summer, when they first brought him in, they didn't back him with any signings. Usually when a manager joins a club, that first summer window, they spend a lot of money to bring in his players. But yet again, they didn't do that. We saw it with Jurgen Klopp, right? Klopp could have won a lot more against Man City if they would have just backed him properly. And I think that we're seeing something similar happen right now with Arne Slot. And I think Trent's looking at it like, look, this season, we're doing amazing. We're top of the league. We're top of the Champions League, right? We have one of the best defense. Mo Salah's on fire. Van Dijk's on fire. But these guys are in their 30s. They're coming towards the end of their career. So when they leave, do you really trust FSG and Liverpool to go out there and spend the money that's required to replace them? I don't. So I view it as, if you're Trent, this year, you give the Liverpool fans their second Premier League title, because that league is all but wrapped up, in my opinion. I don't think that Liverpool are going to bottle that league because they're just so far ahead of everybody else. Arsenal have fallen off. Man City have fallen off. So, yes, I do believe that Liverpool will win the Prem. But Trent could be viewing this as a nice parting gift. And then now, it's time to go test yourself on a bigger stage. Liverpool are a massive club. But again, I just don't view them as ambitious. That's all. And I think the way that their fans have been talking about him is a disgrace. I think it's actually crazy the way that they're so mad about him leaving possibly on free. I would love to sign him in January, but I just don't think that Liverpool would sell him in the middle of the season, especially when it looks like they're going to go on to achieve some really big things. And that's why when I first started off this video, I said there's no way that we get a here we go in January on a pre-contract. The only way that we get a here we go is if Trent signs for Madrid in the middle of the season, not a pre-contract. Imagine signing a pre-contract with Real Madrid and then you still have to play the whole second half of the season with Liverpool at Anfield in front of those fans. They will massacre him. But I think, look, if you have a chance to come to Real Madrid and be a first choice in your position, you got to take it. Opportunities like this do not come that often. And I don't think that we would go in for him if he signs a new deal. So, look, I think it's going to be hard for Trent to say no to all these Liverpool deals, but I believe that his mind's already made up. I just don't think we're going to hear about an official agreement until the end of the season. And I do believe that he will be in the squad for the Club World Cup. But look, we'll follow this story because a lot of news is coming out. The January transfer window is here. So we're about to be getting a different link to a different player damn near every day. There's going to be new reports saying that this player is about to sign or this deal is close to happening. But I think that we have to take these situations with a grain of salt. Again, Trent, I believe, will be a Liverpool player or will be a Real Madrid player. I just don't think it happens now. But, you know, look, the devil works hard. Florentino Perez works harder. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are saying about this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Holla Madrid!